YouTube, my name is Ty with the Dividend Stock King with another video. Today I'm talking about something I've been seeing on videos and posts come across my feed, and that is that um, paying off a house. And I'm not getting financial advice in this video. So the thing is that um, people say that, why pay off? Let's go to the house route. You pay off the house. They'll say, some people say you should pay off your house because the pros, and you have the mortgage and you have a house free and clear, and it was your dream home and you can live there forever and on the move. And when you retire, you don't have a mortgage paying you. You're just paying your household bills and that's it. Now now what other people will say is that you are instead of paying that 3, 4, 5% loan on a house, you can easily put that into the market, the stock market, and get 8, 9%, which is true, right? It is true. You could get probably get more, especially with this high yield fund. You could invest in like a ULTY and get 80% yield. That's true. Not denying that whatsoever. But they do that, and they're right. And I had never heard somebody say, here's what my biggest gripe. They never tell you that you could do both, right? You can pay down your home while investing into high yield funds. This month in October, I'm at 3,400. The payouts came out today on Wednesday, and I added everything up. I'm making about $712 this week, right? So I'm at $4,100 this month, right? I'm at $4,000 this month, which is awesome. So what I did was, my wife and I, we're paying our mortgage. We're paying it down, but I'm also investing. So you could do both. And what grinds my gears a little bit is like they'll say you shouldn't pay down the house, you should invest. Or they'll say you shouldn't invest, you should pay down your house. But why can't you do both? Like if you have extra, let's say you get a bonus for your job and you make $100 extra on your check. And that can go anywhere you want to. All your bills paid. Their logic is put that whole $100 to the stock market or high yield funds, or put the whole $100 onto the principal of the house. My philosophy is, why don't you do half and half? Right? Do $50 to your principal and $50 towards investing. You can do half and half. It bothers me that they'll say stuff like that because it's not even true. You can do both. You can do both. Especially if you have a spouse and you're married, or a spouse that's help you pay it down. You both can have a set number. And look, the basic way that I tell you to pay off a home, I'm not getting financial advice, is take your mortgage payment, divide it by 12, and add that to your mortgage payment. So it was $3,000 a month, which is was a high number. I'll give you an example. You had to pay $250 a month. Divided that by 12 is $250. So you add your mortgage payment and you add $250 towards the principal. That will shave off 3 to 4 years off your mortgage. Now, if you're married and you're both contributing, I can throw in $150 and she can throw in $150, right? So that's a $3,000 amount. What are you paying $1,000 a month or $1,500? So half that would be $150. Okay, $150 is not bad. I throw $75, you throw in $75 a month toward the principal. That's not a lot of money. You could do that too and pay down the house, right? You could do that as well. So my take is you could do both. You don't have to stick to one thing because they tell you to do it. You could do both. You could walk into bubble gum at the same time. You can invest and pay down debt. You could pay down a mortgage. And then say your money is trapped. I can't see the downside of paying off a house. Even if you're not an investor, if you're not an investor, you don't invest your money. You should at least pay out your house because it makes sense to me. Because if you want to sell the house, well, your house was worth less than what you paid for, and it's gone up in value. So it's going up what 5-6% a year, and you owe less on the house. I don't see the downside of paying it off if you're not an investor. And if you are an investor, because some people, let's just face it, people they don't invest their money. They got a 401k. In that case, they should pay off their house. They should not just, they should pay off the house. Especially if you're older and your kids are like 18, 19 years old, or your kids 15 years old, you should be looking to pay off that house because in 6-7 years, they're gone. And you don't want to keep working to pay off a mortgage. You want to get that thing paid off, in my personal opinion, right? So you could do both. You could, if you don't invest, you should tackle your mortgage. And if you are an investor, you could do both. You can invest and pay down the principal of the house. You could do both. Instead of throwing $500, you could throw in towards the mortgage. You could throw in $400 and put $100 in investment. There you go. So if you don't have a house and you are on rent, you can invest. I would definitely invest first and save money for a house. So you're in a better situation. Not in better, but you could invest some more, and you can save not as much because you want to make money. So that's my 2 cents in the story. My take on that. You can do both. You're not stuck to one thing. You can do both. So my name is Ty for Dividend Stock King. Thanks for watching.